In the Group D, we had the match between Wesley and Leinier Dominguez. We had a Queen's Gambit accepted, and Wesley chose e4. After which, Dominguez tried to hold on to this pawn by b5, and the positions which appear after this are very drawish. Wesley tried to break the queenside by a4, Dominguez tried to hold on to this pawn chain by c6, and after taking knight c3, queen b6 was played by Dominguez, and I think we had something similar between Duda and Karyakin from Vaikanze. Duda played bishop e2 in this position, and the game finished in a draw. In this position, Wesley played b3, and now he's forcing black to give up the pawn back. If you take on b3, there is always bishop b5 and queen b3 next. So he went for e6, and eventually Wesley took on c4, bishop b4 by black, and bishop d2. Now the d4 pawn is not for free, because it can turn out pretty ugly for black. He develops with tempo, and after queen c5, he can take on b5, and after knight to d7, there is knight c7. After this, bishop b4, and playing against bishop pair, it's not easy for black to develop. So he took on c4, knight f3 first to defend the pawn, knight e7, and now bishop takes c4. Castles, castles, and now a5 tries to support his bishop on b4 and also to prepare bishop a6, exchanging bishops. Here Wesley could have gone rook e1 to avoid this exchange, to have at least bishop b3 in case of bishop a6, but he played d5 immediately, and he allowed Dominguez to exchange bishops, and after queen d8 he took rook a6 to be able to meet this with rook e6. He took rook e6, and now bishop takes b4. Now we get massive trades. I think Wesley was just very happy with the draw here. He was not trying to push too hard. And even after this, it's even more exchanges, because the knight, it has to go back to b3, which means that lots of exchanges appear. And now even f5, trying to eliminate the central pawn. Now the e5 move is not so good because of knight c6, and the e5 pawn might become a liability in the end. That's why Wesley chose to capture. Knight f5, and after king f1, knight c6, now the king gets closer. And after this, king f6, now even more exchanges appear. Dominguez takes, and now knight f5. Knight f5 was played, and the pawn endgame is also a draw. Wesley chose to play knight f3, and after a couple of more moves, they decided to repeat moves. Because knight has to defend against king c4, capturing the pawn, and after knight d4 again, they agreed to a draw after threefold repetition. Let me show the endgame really quickly. After this, capturing, if he tries to get the pawn by this, there is king e4, and now it seems like black's king gets towards these pawns. But now white can take, and after king d3, f4 can be played. And now black has two options. He can go to pick up this pawn, or to go from this side to pick up these two pawns. If he goes to e4, then after king c4, king f4, king d4, now there's no entry for the king. It's a clear draw. But if he goes to e2 to collect these pawns, it might seem scary for white, but after f5, you cannot go king f2 immediately because of g4. And now g5, f6 is a big threat. If you go h6, it just delays the inevitable. h4, g5, and f6. So first you need to go h5 to stop g4, but now the king gets too active. And the pawns just promote simultaneously. After which we have this endgame, which is a draw. We have some queen on queen action, that's a draw. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. The game just quickly turned out to be a really drawish game, and they didn't try to play for something sharp. See you soon, and stay tuned for more videos on the Grand Prix. Bye bye.